So we're going to look at the box method for multiplication. We'll look at a small number first so you can see how it works. Let's say we had 9 multiplied by 4. One way we know to show this is to use an array. So we can have 9 groups of 4. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to do 4 groups of them. 3 and 4. So that shows us 9 groups of 4. 9 multiplied by 4. To do the box method, all we need to do is put a box around our array. And then we can write in the amounts that we've got. So we've got 9 along the top and we've got a 4 here. So we've got 9 columns along the top and we've got 4 there. So the theory is that you can now divide up this to help you work it out. So let's say that you didn't know your 9 times table, but you do know your 4 times table really well. So we're going to divide this up into groups of 4. There's a 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's another 4. So if we put our new numbers in, we've got a 4 and a 4, and then we've got a 1. So we know that in this box here, we've got 4 rows and 4 columns. So 4 times 4 we know is 16. Then here we've got the same. We've got 4 rows and 4 columns. So we know in this part we've got 16. And here we know we've just got one group of 4, which is 4. So now to work out our total, we're going to add all those together. So we're going to do 16 and 16 and 4. So I'm going to do my ones first. So 6 and 6 is 12, plus 4 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And now I'm going to do my tens. So I've got 10 and 10 together makes 20. So if we add those both together, 20 and 16 gives me 36. So that's how to use the box method for a nice simple multiplication that we already know. So let's see how we can now use it for a slightly larger multiplication. Let's say we had 32 multiplied by 4. So let's say we had 32 groups of 4. So let's say I had 4 buses and they each had 32 people on them. So here are my buses and they've got 32 people on each bus. And they're going to arrive at my cafe any minute now, and I need to know how many people are going to be arriving. There we go. So there's 32 in each bus, and I've got to very quickly work out how many people are going to be arriving at my cafe. So I'm going to imagine that I'm going to do an enormous array. But I don't want to draw on my dots. I'm just going to say I'm going to do 32 dots along there. And I'm going to have 4 rows of those dots. So that would be my array. I don't want to go along and draw 32. I don't need to. It says 32, so I'm just going to stick with the fact that there's 32 along there. Now this is where I can chop it up a little bit, so that I can understand it a bit more. So I'm going to have my 2 at the end. There, I'm going to create 2 along there. So I've taken that 2 and I've changed and I've chopped it off. Now my 30, I'm actually going to do 3 groups of 10. So I'm going to do a 10 and a 10 and a 10. So I'll do a 10, a 10 and a 10. So all of this together adds up to 30. I've just chopped it up into nice chunks. Now I'm going to work out how many dots there would be in each section. All of them. So 4 groups of 10. Oh, that would give me 40. And this one is 4 groups of 10, would give me 40. This one is 4 groups of 10, would give me 40. And this is 2 groups of 4, which will give me 8. So now all I've got to do is add them all together. So if I've got 40 and 40 gives me 80. I'm now going to do 80 and I'm going to add another 40, which is going to give me, let's do 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. So I've done my 3 40s, 1, 2, 3. I've now got to add on my 8 at the end. So I'm going to do 120, add 8. So the answer should be 128. Just to double check, I'm going to check it on my calculator. I'm going to do 32 and I'm going to do multiplied by 4, and we will see that the answer is 128. That's a relief. That means we got it right.